Hi guys, welcome to my online lesson again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my desktop and basically you'll be able to see, and I'm just going to talk through the task that I've just set you on Firefly so you know what you are doing. So here you can see your task and it's for your inclusive design modeling, and I think depending on how you are, if you can comment on the chat room how your modelling is going, I can get a feel for whether we need one more lesson on to continue with it or whether you guys are nearly finished. So let me know where you are so I can plan the next lesson. So yeah, if I just scroll down to the description. So preferably I'd like you to, for us to stay on track, I'd like for you to finish your model today in the lesson and for prep, but basically I want you to continue to remember the reason why we are modeling. You always have to make sure you've got you know what you're trying to learn from your model, whether you're trying to figure out to get the correct size or scale or the weight as I've written here, or whether you're just trying to get to know how comfortable it is by looking at the ergonomics, or the look and feel of how your product might look on. I know some of you are doing watches, how it might look comparing it to the size of the wrist, for example. So just make sure you are focusing on those elements rather than just making a lifestyle, like a life model version of your product. Make sure you've got a reason to why you are making it. Don't forget to have a look if you have made your prototype and it looks good, your model's finished and it's looking really good, and you don't really know what else you can do. If you check out my Pinterest page here that I've just let me find it. Here we go. So this Pinterest page I made for you guys has a few ideas of modeling models as well, and how you can make them and how detailed they could be. And I want you to try and make yours as detailed as you can. Obviously it is harder being at home as you don't have the same amount of equipment as we do at school, but just do your best. I'm not going to be marking you on your equipment or the things that you're using at home. It's just about your ideas really, and how you go about showing them on your PowerPoint. So if you have what I thought was quite interesting was this one here. If you've got something which has a lot of, I think a lot of you have done something quite technical, has a lot of technology involved in it, you can also design the layout like this on this iPhone, which I think is quite cool, and it would like give you another element of prototyping, which will look good. A couple of years ago, a student, here's another example here with the watch, where you could see how you would flick through the screen. I think that looks good. A couple of years ago, a student at A-level did her whole project for her NEA, and then had some time left over, so she started designing the brand of her product. So she gave her, it was a dress she designed, so she gave herself designed a label to go on the product and a website, and she did the website similar to this this method here, which looked really good, and she did it on Illustrator as well, as so that looked really realistic and professional. So here, these are just a few ideas just to have a look at, but there's loads on Pinterest and on YouTube and all things like that. So please have a look at that. Let me just go back to my list. Oh, I also wanted to show you, oh no, next, task 2. So after you've finished your modeling, task 2 is to photograph your model, making sure they're all in focus. You've got the whole model in there. Get different angles. Make sure you've got a contrasting background, preferably white, and or it could be in situ. So if it's a watch, again, you could have it on someone's wrist so you can see the scale of the product. So then the next phase is to add it to your PowerPoint. you need to keep updating your PowerPoint as much as possible throughout the process, because remember, the reason why we're doing this project is as a practice for your coursework next year. So really, really important to keep up to date with your PowerPoint. Whilst we're on that topic, I have given you lots of feedback on your PowerPoints, and please make sure you're reading in the teacher's comments, which I've written, and taking them on board and make those corrections. I might get that up in a minute so you can have a look. Okay, so task 2, adding to the PowerPoint and your annotation. So you need to, once you've put your photos of your model onto your PowerPoint, you need to annotate it and tell me what you have learned. And all of these questions here that I've written: what developments have you done and why have you done them? What have you learned from the modeling? What do you think your client would think of your model? What do you like about your design or dislike about it? And how are you thinking of developing it further? Okay, these are all really important questions and can be designed and placed on the page however you like. And you might have the same questions for different areas of your design. You might have different answers as well. So you might be asking the same question several times. And it doesn't matter if you're repeating yourself a little bit. It's absolutely fine. So you've got the mark scheme for this modelling section below here, and I think that's it. So hope this was helpful. Please email me or message me on the Teams chat room if you want any help. Oh, there's one more thing, sorry. This is an example of one of the guys in the A-level group this year, prototyping page for her real NEA. So it's not the one that they did last year. This is the real one. So it's a lot more detailed than what I'm expecting you to do, but just gives you an idea of how you could lay it out and how you can, how much text needs to be on the page for the proper coursework. So she's got like a net here of her to gather the size. She's got her in the light blue is where her client has fed back to her on what they think about it. She's done some practice thinking about how it's actually going to join together. So using those finger joints, what CAD work she's going to use, what equipment and things like that, and how to practice those. Obviously, again, you can't do that at home, but you could write about it on your PowerPoint and say this is what I would have done possibly. That's absolutely fine as well. Anyway, okay, well, feel free to zoom in on that and pause the video and zoom in and check it out. But other than that, oh, there's another page. I can scroll down. Can I? Here we go. So yeah, there's another page here. So where she did her metal work, lots of photographs, and that's it. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Cool. Well, I hope it goes well, and I will look forward to hearing from you. Thanks. Bye.